Hello, my Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your 7-card draw. What do I need read for this new moon in Pisces? Waxing to full in Libra, March 2021. I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of DrawingTheCircle Productions, the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons, Leo rising, but you can call me Mal. Hi. It's such a long intro, but I get such a kick out of it. Harkens back to the days of Rosie O'Donnell going, and I'm your host, Florence Henderson, right? It's believe me, you have to keep your sense of humor as a YouTuber regardless of content, but yeah, doing it here for you today, and particularly because I am reading my Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. 5th house, right? Creativity, good fortune, basking in the sunlight, creative fire. I'm down for it, and my hair today is so Leo rising. It's not that we're not communicating, it has its own ideas about what it wants to do today, and I'm gonna let it. Considering we are in the dark moon right before this new moon in Pisces, and that's what this reading is for. Yes, it is a general read, but it is not timeless. It is very specifically timed. We are looking at the new moon in Pisces on Saturday, the 13th of March, 5:21 a.m. So really you can wake up on Saturday morning with that sort of like, oh, let's start all over again, you know, do my prayers, my intentions, my spell work, my new moon stuff. But we're looking at what you need to know about for the waxing moon when it goes full in Libra on Sunday, March 2:48 p.m. And that feels interesting. It's just, I don't know, I'm Pisces moon, so let's see how this goes. This is a 7-card draw, meaning that I'm taking one card from 7 different decks. We've got 4 oracles, 2 tarot, 1 healing system to get you the clues, tips, and hints about what you need. Hence, what do I need read for a specific timeline? Sort of like pulling a card a day, but pulling 7 for 2 weeks. Got it? Check your other signs, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Standard YouTube tarot readings rules apply, but also in particular, there might be some keywords you might want to jot down. I've been finding the Healing Mantra deck card from Matt Kahn. If you're doing Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Sun, like write down what the mantras are and play with them, move the different mantras around, and you get totally different sentences. I did that myself. I was like, like it totally spoke to me in a very specific way. So just saying, I guess that's about it. I'm tired of explaining. I got a lot on my plate today, getting ready for this new moon and launching new stuff. So please take a nice deep breath. Feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. All the decks that I read are always in the bottom of the description box. Let's see what I can get for you. Here we go, starting with the Healing with the Angels Oracle by Doreen Virtue. My angels and archangels of fire and the sign of Leo, please, 1 card in clarity for the Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Sun, watching this video, receiving this reading. Who or what is the healing angel or legion therein? This Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs most needs, right? Needs to work with, needs to acknowledge, study, whatever that is for them. This new moon in Pisces. Waxing to full in Libra. Oh, that feels good. March 2021, Archangel Michael, the only one who is named by name. Every other angel in this deck is named by function, like the Angel of Peace, the Angel of Retreat, stuff like that. So, look, I could talk about Archangel Michael for a very long time. When your middle name's Angelo, you know, when you're a research witch, you just kind of do that. I mean, I got the Blue Angel Oracle over there, an oracle just devoted to him. But I will tell you this, he is the, just saying this morning, is the Archangel of Fire and the sign of Leo. Like, if you're going to take any of the 12 archangels, or, you know, whatever schemata number you use, of course you're going to put him in Leo, right? That thing of the sword of truth and the shield of courage and valor and honor and, you know, the patron saint of rescuers, you know, policemen, ambulance, you know, all that kind of stuff, protectors, defenders stuff. But to me, the vibe that I get on this card, as usual, getting it right now, is that this might also be cleaving you free from illusion. Cleaving you, cutting you free from things that may not just be limiting you in the physical world, but I'm getting particular mental, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. This is why we have why we have 6 other decks to look at here. And we're going to stick with the angelic theme here somewhat with the Crystal Oracle. Tony Carmine Salerno's deck, one of his many decks. I really love this one. This is dedicated to Archangel Ariel, one of the 3 archangels of the North Powers of Earth, and my personal archangel, as she is the Archangel of Lyons. Yeah, please breathe. And she's always a delight. Please, my beloved Archangel Ariel, 1 card in clarity for the Leo Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I'm watching this video, receiving this reading, please. She said, sit back, kid. All right. What is the Crystal Oracle? Either what's written in the book or the stone itself, whether they have it, whether they want it, all of that, some of that they need. And working with Archangel Michael, this new moon in Pisces, waxing to full in Libra, March 3031. Oh, I love this one. Rutilated Quartz. This is a reconciliation stone. It's not originally what I used it for, certainly, but the Rutilated Quartz, it's clear quartz with these little like golden threads in it. They used to call it angel hair, those threads, because it looks like the golden glistening hair of an angel. Like human hair doesn't do that usually. Rutiles, hence rutilated quartz. But this is, and I have a big piece of it too. So I've been actually using, since I got this oracle back in December, I've really been using it according to what is written here. And it's interesting, particularly during lockdown. Just going to say, Rutilated Quartz, here we go. Vibrational healing, first keyword. Second, higher mind. Third keyword, reconciliation, right? So you almost want to say, like, oh my God, it's the judgment card. It's the reconciliation. You are subconsciously receiving loving vibrations and loving thoughts from someone connected to your past. Might be like, no, I'm not. It's like, it's subconscious. You might not be aware of it. An episode or conflict that hurt you emotionally is now being healed and reconciled by the power of forgiveness and unconditional love. Now, this might be completely under your radar, something going on in deeper levels of the mind. The soul is always up to forgive because it truly sees the truth of this world we are in and what it is. But the ego, no, it has to kind of go until it finally surrenders. This is fine. It's the only way I'm going to heal, then fine. But this is being done on a vibrational level, vibrational healing. Over the coming days, you may find yourself emotionally and mentally reciprocating this love as you reflect on a person or past event. Now, here's the thing about Archangel Michael. Ask him which one. Archangel Michael, in truth, who? Just bring to my mind, bring to my attention, bring to my focus, right? Focused fire, fixed fire, Leo. Where this is moving, where to apply that energy, to reflect on a person or a past event, and to see it through the eyes of truth, kind of clearing away, right? Instead of seeing through a glass darkly. And to cut away attachments as needed and necessary. They're saying, through this mutual exchange of love, past wounds are now energetically being healed, and all negative attachments, just said it, resolved and released. All right, I'm going to do an Archangel Michael clearing. Okay, we'll just do it with a piece of Rutilated Quartz if you can get it. It shouldn't be horribly expensive. Rutilated Quartz, I don't see it often tumbled. But, it must be very, very hard to replicate, one would think, if you know what you're looking for. I used to be in the business. New Age, metaphysical, spiritual, retail. Fuck my chakras with a break, Mom, never again. So Archangel Michael, with this, is definitely saying that there's a vibrational healing going on here, and it involves someone or something from the past. Work. Let's see if I can get you what that's about. We're going to take the Daughters of the Moon Tarot and the Mythic Tarot. Those are our 2 tarot decks in the 7-card draw to get you some narrative here. But first, we're going to look at what this feels like. What's going on inside of you that you need to be aware with this heart, throat, third eye, crown, the inner world, the divine yin, the world behind your eyes, whatever you want to call it. Second level of power. Carolyn Mace, breathe. Ooh, there we go. Oh, my goddesses of fire in the sign of Leo. Wow, please. 1 card in clarity for the Leo Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading. What is it they need to be aware of inside of themselves, inside of themselves, heart, throat, third eye, crown in relation to the need to work with Archangel Michael in some way, shape, or form with Rutilated Quartz. This new moon in Pisces that you waxing to full in Libra March 2021. The Strength card. Okay, so Major Arcana card here. I mean, it's the Leo card. I mean, even though Ariel is the Archangel of Lyons, how often do you see Archangel Michael with a lion because of its connection to Leo, right? I mean, people say, oh, it's Jupiter, it's this, it's that. It's like, hey, iconography shifts over time and culture, and maybe typos. You know, who knows? I'm not responsible for such things. I am just card-reading witch. But this inside, this is about courage. This is about strength. This is about following your heart. Now, I've said before, follow your heart. Unless you're a homicidal maniac, then do not follow your heart, right? You know, but I think this is whatever vibrational healing is going on here. This is Major Arcana, not minor. This is not a temporary thing. This is something that was a big deal. This wasn't like, somebody stole your parking spot, right? No, no, no. The vibrational healing here might very well, wow, this has got to be for somebody, has impacted not necessarily your ability to love, but your capacity to trust, to open your heart in trust is a big part of courage, right? It's not just all about grabbing a sword and charging ahead and slaying demons. So if you're going to do that, do it in tube top and chunky heels with your sisters and Grams upstairs, but a spell away. All right, so this feels intense. This feels intense. I know it's just a Major Arcana card, but it's heart, throat, third eye, crown, and lion-hearted, bravery, courage. You may very well be containing a great deal of your feelings here rather than letting it overpower you for some of you Leos, because you do like to look good. But this could also be a real courage and confidence, and yes, there's a difference between confidence and arrogance. Humility is the difference. You did not write you. We're the souls. We're incarnated to play the roles in these bodies. You did not write the character. Please breathe. Yeah, okay, my gods of fire and the sign of Leo, please, one card in clarity, please clarify this for us, like throwing it out in the sunlight. What is it that the Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, I'm watching this video, receiving this reading, needs to know about outside of themselves, the external world, how maybe they appear from the outside looking in like a mirror, but really relating to their root, sacrum, and solar plexus, navigating through the physical world, dealing with Rutilated Quartz, Archangel Michael, strength on the inner. What do they need to know about the outer? This new moon in Pisces, waxing to full in Libra. March 2020. Ace of Cups, Aphrodite, offering the cup of love. Could be the Rutilated is releasing the past, healing the past so that you're free to move in the future and heal that self-same heart wound. This need not necessarily be a return from somebody from the past. And in truth, with just what's on the table in a general read, this need not necessarily even be romantic, but I know it's what a lot of people come for. And you know, I don't think people realize the viewers dictate more than just the algorithm. It dictates what comes through for readers. That's why if you're watching a bunch of different readers and they're all saying the same fucking thing, it's because that's what the information people are calling for vibrationally. It's true. Look, man, person. Let's not misgender people on my channel. The Strength card on the inner with the Ace of Cups on the outer. A new beginning emotionally, in the most lightest sense of the word. But what I was feeling here about, really, there's some demon slaying here going on here. There's some truth that's coming up in you, and there is some vibrational stuff, and it is about someone from the past. And as a result, something is it's literally in your energy field, this new moon to full moon next. And what better in a new moon read than an ace of any kind, because it's a potential. It's what you do with it. Yes, you could spill the cup, right? You'd spill that wine. Great, I'll have that in my head all day, and I don't mind. Let's keep going. Our first and only healing system, as I said before, the Matt Kahn Healing Mantra deck from Hay House. He's amazing. If you watch my channel, you know I talk about him a lot. He's really helped me, and you don't even know me. You don't know me. All right, take a nice deep breath. Shall we? Okay. Voices of the Ascended Masters. But I'm going to ask in particular for the Ascended Masters of Soul Contracts, whether twin flame or soulmate or family member or lover or come around or somebody new, whatever this is, please. What is the perfect mantra for the Leo collective? Sun, moon, rising, Venus. I'm watching this video, receiving this, reading what you all grinning at. Considering that they have Archangel Michael, Rutilated Quartz, strength on the inner, Ace of Cups, literally Aphrodite holding up the Ace of Cups, the goddess of love, trying to keep an open mind about this being romantic or not. So please, regardless, what is the healing mantra they need to work with? The perfect healing mantra for them this new moon in Pisces, waxing to full in Libra, March 2021. Interesting. Excuse me, interesting, funny when you hear what the mantra is. Invoking self-realization, each breath, that's why the cough, each breath confirms how awake I already am. So yes, this is about being in the present moment. This is very Archangel Michael. Because when, how far do you guys want me to go into this? Okay, briefly. All right, this is very Eckhart Tolle. Power of Now and all that. The thing is that the breath is the element of air. So to focus on the element of air, in a way, is to focus on the element of thought, right? Breath and all of that. So, when we don't know, right? When there is illusions, lies, illusions, deceptions, and delusions about the past and the present, maybe about the future, which has not come yet, right? Things we may not be seeing clearly, seeing through a glass darkly. What happens is that the mind, particularly the limbic brain, just kind of goes nuts and just starts writing timelines and storylines, and it's this and this, and then blah, 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 blah. Because back in the jungle, in the forest, when we were out living in nature way more than we are now, you know, you'd hear a crunch in the distance, and you didn't know what it was, but it's like that, right? That animalistic, that limbic, the reptilian brain. So the thing is we still have that built in. I guess that's on the motherboard. I don't know. I do not know these things. I'm not a computer specialist or a brain surgeon, but it's still in there. It's in there, right? So when we don't know, if we're carrying stuff with us while this vibrational healing is going on, and I'm hearing for a bunch of you that this vibrational healing going on doesn't mean all of a sudden you're feeling light and fluffy 24/7. Things might be coming up. That might also be what this Ace of Cups is. But invoking self-realization, to be in the present moment, to focus on that breath, allows you to watch what those thoughts are that your limbic brain, the ego, whatever you want to call it, is trying to protect you. But if it's stressed, if the nervous system is inflamed, right, not the clearest way to go. So let me read you what's in the bookie book here, Invoking Self-Realization. It's such a good deck. I highly recommend it, just for myself personally. Invoking Self-Realization, not terribly long either. Each breath confirms how awake I already am, right? Because you have to be in the moment to realize, right, that you're breathing, because you're going to anyway, right? Self-realization is a spontaneous remembrance of your interconnection to all that is. So that's a unity consciousness thing right there. You are willing to embrace your individuality as a unique expression of source in physical form. In other words, the one manifested in a piece of the many. That it's all one, right? The unity disguised as diversity. By aligning with the breath, you see that while you appear to be a person, it is the universe that breathes everything into existence. In other words, there's only one breath, which at first is a little gross, particularly this past year. It's like, oh, how terrifying. But think about that. There's only one breath. There's only one being. There's only one energy field of chi, prana, Reiki, Shmeiki, Eggs, Becky, whatever you want to call it, Holy Spirit, higher self. There's only one of us here, right? So that everything breathes, you know, in one way, shape, or form. It is the universe that breathes everything into existence. This mantra is ideal for reducing stress, which is what this Rutilated Quartz, I feel like, is getting at. Stress from the past. You don't necessarily have to confront the situation in the path, in the sense of, like, that's what I'm saying. This doesn't have to be a come around. I'm not getting this. It feels like a brand new thing. But that this stuff might be coming up for you, right? As stress being released from your system. Reducing stress, managing pain, and relaxing the nervous system. There it is. Okay, so I was right on track with that. The Ascended Masters, well, they're masters. See, the thing about the Ascended Masters I work with, the majority of them have already played the Earth game, and they're like watching the rewind, like coaching us through it. It's kind of cool. Timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly. Wow. Okay, so Invoking Self-Realization, oh my god, with Archangel Michael, to realize means to make something real. If you really go to the original meaning of words, sometimes you get a deeper meaning there that just we don't use it that way anymore, right? It's always so mental realization, but also to make something real, to realize your dream. Which there might be a part of this too, in that here too. Let's find out from the higher selves of all involved. And like I'm saying, I feel like there's got to be a soul contract of some kind in place here, maybe even two. For some of you, right, it's one person from the past and one person who's, like, it feels like in your present with this Ace of Cups. Like you're in each other's energy fields. You probably know each other, whether you've met each other or not. General read, so let's find out. Breathe. Whispers of Love Oracle, please, one card in clarity. The higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What do you got for my Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading? With the Rutilated Quartz they need to work with, an Archangel Michael that they need to work with, and to embrace that inner strength, that courage, what have you, inner. Be aware of that Ace of Cups outer, whether they are giving or receiving it. This is a Leo. This might very well be them with that courage offering it as well. And with Invoking Self-Realization, their breath confirming how awake they already are. What is their whisper of love? The perfect peace of information, inspiration, insight that these Leos need. This new moon in Pisces, waxing to full in Libra, March 2021. Well, you got the Mary Tyler Moore card. Love is all around you. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this is truth. Look, if I'm getting for some of you, if you are still in isolation, I'm watching my language on this stuff still on YouTube, this is definitely more of a spiritual read. If you don't have a lot of contact with people, right? You work from home, you live alone, that kind of thing. If there's that vibe going on here, then this is really about clearing you for a whole new experience of love. And it's starting you off with an ace and saying love is all around you. This could be something very mystical going on, not just spiritual, mystical. The difference between spiritual and mystical is the divine. Something can be spiritual, doesn't always mean it involves the divine on a certain level of consciousness, if you get what I'm talking about. So there is an offering here. Again, general read. Only you know if you're the one who's getting the courage to give it or to receive it. But something about breath work here. Each breath confirming how awake you already are, because love is all around you. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. Archangel Michael. It will clear your eyes. You will no longer be seeing through a glass darkly, and your heart will most likely open, and that courage, that heart fire, that anahata, 4th chakra, emerald fire thing, right? Moving you forward. Let's get your last card down here. I feel like this is going to be like the, well, literally last card on the table, but a piece of the puzzle. The Lover's Oracle, also by Tony Carmine Salerno. My Pantheons of Love. Please breathe. Can we get a little something specific for them, please? My Pantheons of Love. My Pantheons of Love, consisting of the angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters of soul contracts. I'm calling that in right now. And the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What's the healing thing here? We got the healing with the angels oracle, Rutilated Quartz, strength on the inner, Ace of Cups on the outer, invoking self-realization. Love is all around them. Like, I get it. I so see more the higher vibrational, the fifth dimensional aspect of this. What is this about, please? Clarify as much as you can in one card for this Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I'm watching this video, receiving this reading. Pisces to Libra, March 2021. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. Yeah. There may be some uncertainty in your mind with this, hence the Archangel Michael, hence you seeing clearly, cleaving yourself from the past and old beliefs. You know, if you think of like cobwebs, like element of air. Cobwebs are very element of air, right? They're dust particles. They're not made from like cob spiders, at least not that I'm aware of, right? Just to move that away, right? Just to clear that out. But you can get cocooned in them, right? Like belief systems, thoughts, element of air, right? That they appear very, very real, but they're not, right? And with this Rutilated Quartz, that whatever this is, whatever relationship this is based on, just with love is all around you, I really get that your higher self is saying, yes, there is still love here between you and this person, perhaps, but there is love all around you. Simply acknowledge this. It feels like there's a huge potential for love coming in, but what are all of them saying? If you could do anything, what would it be? Will you follow your heart? If you could do anything, maybe right now you can't, or they can't, or what have you, but the answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. So I'm going to say with this mantra, with a piece of Rutilated Quartz, calling in Archangel Michael, no shit, sit there, breathe, like hand on the heart, right, stone it, whatever, however you do it, lay down, whatever, and just say this mantra over and over and over. My breath confirms how awake I already am, as you say that to your heart, because you know what's going to happen every time you inhale with your hand on your heart? Your hand's going to push up a little bit as the rib cage expands, right? And then as you exhale, and just hold your focus there for 2 minutes. 2 minutes, not even. And do that every day, starting at new moon all the way to fall. See, teacher, elder, professional witch, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. Let me give you a blessing. May I please take a nice deep breath. My collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters, and the higher selves of all involved, please may the Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need this new moon in Pisces, waxing to full in Libra, that they may invoke the self-realization, knowing that each breath confirms how awake they already are, so that they can answer the question, if they could do anything, what would it be? Because the answer dwells in their heart, not in their mind. For the heart is the gateway to the soul. That's what's going on up here. Hence Archangel Michael, that they need to call upon to help them see clearly, to cut them free from that which no longer serves, particularly in the mental mind, as the Rutilated Quartz vibrational healing reconciliation is underway, consciously or unconsciously, known or unknown, because love is all around them. They simply need to acknowledge this with truth, so that what is in their heart, that gateway to the soul, that if they could do, what would they do? That courage to rise up and either give or receive, or sometimes it happens simultaneously as both. This new opportunity of love coming in their life in some way, shape, or form. This new moon in Pisces, waxing to full in Libra. May they be so blessed for their well-being, the well-being of any involved in this situation, and the well-being of all life. So mote it be. And so it is. I just got, like, in those last 3 seconds mark, this is how this relates to you as a Leo rising. At least they saved it for the end of this time. I appreciate that. If you liked it, like it. You want more, subscribe. You want to read my book? Links below. You want to come to some of my stuff on my online events? I got a crap ton of those coming up too for my book. Do tarot parties every Monday night, 7:30 p.m. on my Facebook page, Drawing the Circle Productions Facebook page. Doing lectures on my book, Words of Grace. just a lot going on, and that's why I'm not putting out like tons of content right now, but also why I'm bringing on collaborators, Nancy Antonucci among them, Tarot Royalty, to free me up a little bit. But I love doing this too, so don't worry, it's all good. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Wishing you the very best and the very blessed of this new moon to full moon next March 2021. My beloved Leonines. Meow. Hail. Farewell and blessed be.